Yes, YouTube, we're bringing you this one. A subscriber reached out to me, and I want to basically let y'all know the steps on how to obtain your CDL. And first thing is first, you would have to go to your local DMV and get yourself a CDL handbook. That's definitely the first step. Study the material, because you got to take your general knowledge, and then there's air brakes, and then there's combinations, and you could have your endorsements like doubles, triples, tankers, hazmat, and then basically study your material. Get yourself familiar with the questions and the answers is correct. And then I would do it, the time I did my CDL, I went to a trucking school in MTA, which cost about $10,000. But with most of these carriers today, they'll take you in, but basically some of them you have to do a contract with them for a year, or some of them you'll just move along somewhere, but you'll owe that money. But it's cheaper to go that route, because you want to keep your liquid, keep your money. Let the trucking basically facilitate and give you the incentives for you to learn while you earn, because while they're training you, you're earning income. Probably the max, you got some of these guys out here, some of these top companies, is $700-800 a week, and the lower end you probably like $450 $350 a week. So before you even choose a carrier, because you want to make sure, because when you decide to go with a carrier, usually you're going to be away from home for at least 2 to 3 months between learning and then going on a truck with a trainer. So you want to basically get your expense and financial in order before you even try to go there and rush through, because you want to go there with a sound mind, because you're there to absorb as much information you can and learn as much as you can, so when you get your truck on your own, you'll be able to properly run it. I wouldn't focus on money so much in the beginning, because you are new to the industry. And the max is probably $40,000, $52,000, just depends on what carrier. So you might want to look around for the carrier, but definitely have your knowledge and get your permit before you head out. Even though some states, depends on the carrier, you might have to take the permit all over again. But I would get the permit, so you have your permit, so when you go to class, you're ahead of the ball game. You're not trying to learn as like the rest of them that came there without being prepared and have their permits. So the test will go by real quick for you. So that's basically it, man. Just pick yourself up a CDL handbook at your local DMV, and look around on YouTube and familiarize yourself with most of the pre-trip, how to pre-trip your truck. You go always type in pre-trip, and they're gonna let you know what parts you're supposed to look out for and all of that stuff. I did this years ago, from like 2001. So, but that's basically it, man. That's number one step, is getting a CDL handbook and going through the general knowledge, and just getting the test, taking the endorsement. Then you look around for companies that hire new drivers, new students, and go with a carrier and hold it down for about a year. And then you kind of want to generally know what field you want to do, because there's refrigerator, tanker, you got flatbed, you got doubles, you got triples out there, you got heavy load, overweight loads. So I mean, you just got to figure out what you want to do out here, because there's so much different options. But once you figure out that, then you just call up a company, and just, there's so many companies that you could start from, all startup companies, man. The first company I started with was Warner Enterprise. You got JB Hutt, Snyder, Knight, Swift, Covenant. You got a bunch of companies out there that takes in student drivers, Prime, and all these companies that you could go on with and obtain your CDL and become a professional truck driver. And run the road if that's what you want to do, or run the road up for about a year, get the experience, then come back local and get a local gig. You be home every night, or you can run the road. But that's definitely step one you need to do, is actually go to your local DMV, get the CDL handbook, and get familiarized with all the questions and answers. And then, definitely you want to pull your DMV car record accident of all your tickets, and definitely go back 10 years on all your employment, because when you fill out most of these applications, they go back 10 years and they want to know all the moving violations or tickets you have got in the recent 5 to 3 years. So you want to have those informations in order and have your 10-year with no gap, like what you've been doing for the last 10 years and the jobs you previously went for. You want to have that in order. And that's it, man. Just be prepared and ready before you leave out, and actually then put away some money too, because like I said, you're going to be out there, you're probably going to be making less money. So you want to get your finance in order to withstand the 2 and 3 months you'll be out there till your dividends start rolling in. Yeah, so that's basically it, man, just to get you going. Just get that CDL handbook and start studying, and then call up one of those carriers, and then basically you're on your way to become a professional truck driver. So safety first, pre-trip your truck, and I'll catch you on the road. King God Almighty the first.